Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fortuna Flow. If you're new to this channel focuses on investments. And investments could range from real estate investments, property investments, stocks, crypto, and probably the most important investment, which is the one that you make on yourself. Things that I pick up over the years, and things that get my attention. And at the very end, if you can make money and I can make money, we all get something out of this. But remember, knowledge is more important than money, because with knowledge you can gain money and more. That said, let's talk today about a couple of things. Today's Sunday. The first thing I want to talk to you about is the Fear and Greed Index, which is what I ended my video yesterday with. It went down even lower. So before it was about 24. Right now it's about 20. And what I said yesterday was that, a lot of us got into crypto and crypto investments when we saw that rally last year, right? Like very strong rally all the way up to, 60,000, 40, 70,000 almost, right? So that said, that's not really the best time to get into the market. You want to get into investments when they're low, and you want to sell them high, right? That's the whole point, right? But it is what it is. We got here and we're here. So that said, I mentioned that I wish I had bought when Bitcoin was at 3,000, when Bitcoin was 6,000, when Bitcoin was let's say maybe you didn't want it at 70, right? 30,000, but now it's one of those really good chances, right? So all of these are low, and this is a lot of fear in the market, right? So if you think of this way, you're buying. If you were to buy today, you're buying better than any time almost last year, right? Actually, any time last year for the most part. Because we were here basically in January of 2021. So from a year ago, over a year ago, you are much better right now buying at Extreme Fear. Extreme Fear is the time to buy. Now, what else we have? So I mentioned this rainbow chart that also points out the best buying opportunities, and they call it fire sale. So fire sale we have when Bitcoin first got started all the way back, over 10 years ago. But we didn't have any other fire sale until 2015, 2016, right? And then we didn't have any other fire sale until early 2020. And then we didn't have any, which is when the pandemic happened, right? Those days. And then we didn't have any fire sale until now. So we've had in Bitcoin's entire price history 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that said, I am buying. I am continuing to buy, and I'm continuing to believe. Another reason why I'm buying, well, guess what? If companies like MicroStrategy, Galaxy Digital, Voyager, Tesla, Coinbase, all of these big companies, public companies, are buying, right? I mean, Tesla probably is the best company on earth right now. Actually, it's limited to cars. The best car manufacturer right now, right? If you want to limit it more, maybe you don't agree, electric car. But it is by far one of the best companies ever in history, right? So, and they hold over 10,000 Bitcoins, right? So, countries that have it, Ukraine actually happens to hold a lot of Bitcoin, believe it or not. El Salvador holds a lot of Bitcoin. Finland holds a lot of Bitcoin, and Georgia holds a lot of Bitcoin. And then there's private companies like Mt. Gox, Block, Massachusetts Mutual holds 3,500 Bitcoins. Interesting. So all of these companies hold Bitcoin. So then why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? And why wouldn't you do it at these prices, right? These prices are juicy lows right now, right? 19,000 and some change. So that said, let's look at the chart real quick. So we've been flat for the most part, and we had some sort of bump, some sort of pump here. I'm not sure what caused it, but we got a push down also, and it was bought up. So there's been somebody, some group or some entity trying to push the price up, and all the other group trying to push the price down. So we've remained within that range between, well, in the 19,000, just above 19,000. Okay, that's where we've been right now. Not a lot of volume. It is the weekend. There's not a whole lot going on throughout the week. Throughout the weekend, and also not a whole lot coming up this week either. So Ethereum also got a pump, a significant pump earlier. 2.2%. It's not that bad, but look at this on the 45-minute chart. We had this shooting star, basically this topping tail. This topping tail means that the price really was pushed up, and some seller pushed it all the way down. All right, and then they got another opportunity to push it up and push it up, and right now those bulls are dominating slightly. That's why we are on their overbought territory, although we are moving down. So the momentum is moving down right now. So that's the same probably for all of the other coins. It looks like they're all moving a lockstep. So Solana, it's just about $30 right now. It was trying to push above the $30 to 31 almost, but it didn't quite get to 31 at all. It got to $30.50. Ethereum Classic's been just smashed, destroyed, honestly. So it pushed up and it's pushing back down again. It got a bottoming tail, and bottoming tail means that sellers are pushing the price down, but the buyers dominated and pushed the price all the way back up. So we don't know where the markets are going. We don't know what's going on in general. And as you guys know, we are expecting a 0.75% interest rates coming up in November 2nd, when the Feds are going to be meeting, and likely we're going to be getting all the way up to over 3.5 interest, 4% interest or so, if that happens. All right, inflation is the reason why they're increasing interest rates, because inflation is much too high, so they want to ensure that demand and supply are matched. And because supply is being destroyed, and it's been destroyed for quite some time, ever since the right? Those days where we were in lockdown. So they have not been able to match. And then they printed a lot of money. So with all the money that was printed, a lot of people have just a lot of money to buy stuff. So they keep buying stuff. So the market cap for crypto is above 923 billion. It was just below 910 billion. And it was at some point at 1 trillion, which is where we want to see it again. Coins that are doing well in the last 24 hours. Ethereum is doing pretty well in the last 24 hours. Cardano is up. Solana is up in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin is up almost 1% in the last 24 hours. So we'll see. We don't have a whole lot of movement going on. There's not a lot of shifts in the market. Ethereum Classic is 1.4% up in the last 24 hours. There's not really much movement whatsoever, right? So the markets are barely in the green. Let's just say it's barely in the green, but that's good. That's a step on the right direction. We want it. The dollar is coming down slightly. It was up 13.22. It's coming down slightly. I'm hoping for a double top, and that's it. That 114 was the top, and then this is a low. This is a lower high right now, so it means momentum is coming down, and we're losing energy there. So I hope that the dollar doesn't keep on going up. But as I said, the market's looking really healthy overall, right? Like most of the coins are in the green. Most coins are doing well. That is positive. The last thing I'm going to share with you is the fact that this month is meant to be a good month. It's typically a good month. It's been a good month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in the last 10 or 11 times. So it is really good. It is really good. Actually more. In the last 10 times, it's been a green month. So we're hoping that 7 out of 10. So we're hoping for another green It looks like we're just barely on the negative by 0.6%. Barely on the negative. So there is a lot of we can flip this. It's just the 16th of the month. How about a little rally? Wouldn't we all want a rally? All right. So looking at support and resistance so that we can close it with that. Right now we have support at 18.9 and we have resistance all the way up at 19.5. It looks like this 19.3 is becoming a short-term resistance, so I'm going to draw that up as some sort of resistance here, because we did test it more than once. Like we tested it here and we tested it here and got pushed down, and then we tested it back again here. It looks like it was something we were battling with before, before we got the inflation data coming up. So, but again, nothing really has changed too much from where we were. So we had the Bitcoin was really just holding above 19,000. At the sell-off with the CPI print, we got a crazy buy that was completely unsustainable, and then we got another sell right after. But we are slightly higher, or maybe exactly where we were right before the CPI print, which means that the CPI print had no bearing on the market whatsoever. It was just some crazy manipulation that hopefully didn't play any of you, and hopefully some of you did take some profit here. But again, no financial advice. Thank you so much. That's really it for today. We're just gonna wait for a good week. We still have 2 weeks to go for the month to end, and let's flip that into the green. Thank you. Bye-bye.